This is not the time to make her go down.
No, oh, God. I bet there's a scene like that in the movie. You know it.
Yeah,
God
man.
damn.
Yeah, this is not going to go well.
No.
Hey everyone, support our Patreon, which helps us to continue bringing you our live streams, videos, and podcasts while bringing you new content such as exclusive live streams and animated shorts. You know, I guess the box office is back.
Yeah.
I mean, the box office is back.
Okay.
Thanks to something very quiet out there. Shh.
Fuck you.
I like the way these creatures came down immediately. Shut up all that goddamn noise!
Just yeeting people. That's all they do. Bam, 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 yeet.
It's okay.
Going somewhere?
Well, how do you do? Going this way?
Ticket, please.
People, that is A Quiet Place 2.
That's right.
Made crazy amount of money this weekend. How much did this movie make this weekend? I think it's on its way to making like 60 million.
Yeah, last time I heard it was like a little over 50 at this point.
Yeah.
It was nearing 50. So
Yeah.
Memorial Day weekend will make a lot more.
Yeah, man. I think that this movie made like around $60 million, and people are saying thanks for some creatures out there who hate noise. They sure are making a lot of it at the box office right now.
Good, we needed them to.
Yeah. That just proves that people love horror.
Oh, yeah.
Based on the senses.
Yeah.
You know, that was a clever hook about this movie. You know, everybody has to shut the hell up because these creatures hate noise. The moment you just shut up!
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up! They just kill you immediately.
It makes the audience scared, and then it immerses them in the scene itself. The
Yes,
film
it
itself,
does.
the world.
Yes, it does. And they say, oh, you know, that's what they call in Hollywood clever.
Yeah, that's true. That might be the apt word to use.
Wow, a twist with the senses.
Like that. Let's exploit it. Let's make money out of it.
Well, turns out that it has been exploited. These senses that we got.
Oh, okay.
Now, what do we say? There was fingering. There was sex.
Sexing.
There was licking.
Yeah, a lot of licking.
Screaming. I think
that's a big one.
Yeah. There are 5 senses out there.
That's right.
Actually, the 5 senses are. Let me see if I got this right. Touch, sound, sight, smell, and taste.
That's right. I reminded Corey of my tongue.
Which is horrifying.
But I reminded you.
You just made a horror movie based on taste.
There we go.
Show them the face you did again. Yeah, there you just.
Someone's got to do it.
Somebody says, is there a horror movie based on taste? Yes. Christopher Juicy Herman right
It's
over
just
here.
me doing this the whole time.
Just outside some woman's window.
That would be kind of scary, though. It's going to taste me.
So what we decided to do is, since people love that clever touch of horror movies based around the 5 senses, and it is very clever when people do that, I went and I picked up, with your help too, we picked out a list of, now usually we would stop at 10, but I have 11 movies.
Okay, that's cool.
Each one fitting one of those categories of the 5 senses.
Nice. Love that.
Some of those are not so easy, by the way.
We had to think about it.
Yeah, I had to think about it. It's not an easy thing to do.
Does this count? I don't know.
But we have 11 movies that fit one of those 5 categories of the 5 senses.
Nice.
And let's go ahead and start out with our first category. This one was not so hard. You actually came up with some things pretty quickly. This is actually a cool category. It is touch. Number 1 is touch.
Okay.
And this is a cool category because we in this category, we got a classic, we have a very original premise, and also we have a fun throwback to horror movies. Let's go ahead and get into our first, movie here on the list, if you don't mind.
No, go ahead. I'll allow it.
This definitely is the most perverted and kinkiest of all the movies that we have here. It is the most perverted and kinkiest horror creature on the list. He's just nasty. Kills people by
Oh, yeah.
Actually, not even doing it, just sitting back and just watching.
Yeah. Oh, you just
Ooh, shit. That was hot. I'm about to kill y'all now.
Come here.
Yes. The movie could have been called Your and they would have had actually a good meeting right there.
That title.
You don't get no more touchy than sex. And that is what we got here. This creature in this movie, you probably know what we're talking about already. We're talking about the film It Follows.
You're not gonna believe me. And I passed it to you.
Yeah, you see that ass right in front of the screen?
Yeah, I know. There, now I'm giving you here.
Yeah. Shit, no
Show it, girl. Show it off.
Yeah, and one he's following. He's following that ass right there. Look at
All you can do is pass it along to someone else.
Yeah, people.
Great score, by the way.
Great score, by the way, too. Yeah, man.
Wonderful music.
It's here you have a creature or a ghost or what they don't
It's
really...
an STD demon.
It's an ST demon.
That's what it is.
Is up in here. Pure intercourse from hell.
Yeah, the whole concept.
Sex that conjures up demons.
Yeah.
This creature, a ghost or demon says, go on, get on Tinder, get your hook up, go on and get your party a little bit, have some fun. But once you put it in, hey, I'm gonna get some of that ass too.
Yeah, and I'm always gonna follow you, no matter what. I'm always gonna be with you.
Yeah, it's kind of
like
like
the clap.
Exactly. Kind of like the girl from The Ring, where you got 7 days to pass on a tape, but instead of here you got to pass on some dick up vagina.
Yeah.
To other people.
Well, what I love about the movie is that it really is a commentary on living with a sexual transmitted disease, where this is my whole life. It takes a big part of it. You deal with the depression. You deal with the stigma of having it. It affects what you do day to day. And in this time, it just personified it. This is what the filmmaker did, where it's literally following you. It follows you all the time.
Yeah.
It's a great conceit, and to make yourself feel better, you pass along to other people, and then you can be with them, or you just pass along until it doesn't, so you don't feel so alone. You feel like you can just get rid of it. It's very smart.
It's the world's longest herpes commercial.
It really is.
If they sold you pills at the end of this,
That would be great.
It would be awesome.
We can help you.
Yeah.
You don't have to feel the
After
stigma
the
of
movie
having
scared
it.
the out of you.
Yeah.
It uses the sense of touch through sex.
Yes.
To be honestly scary at times. I've known people say, "Yeah, I got AIDS, but at least I ain't got that ghost."
Yeah, I know. That demon.
I can take meds for AIDS, but there ain't no cure for that demon.
Yeah,
I said,
no, not at all.
I can't take nothing for that goddamn following demon. And shit. Yeah, man. Number two under, our number one movie under touch was It Follows. Number two under touch is, now this is one of my all-time favorite movies on the list right
Oh, really?
here.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Hold up. That's Edgar Dean.
Dang, you gonna eat the man. You ain't gotta make him look stupid too.
He's got to do that, man.
Talk
That's what
about
these things
playing
have to
with
do.
your food before you eat it.
I know.
Who could be doing it?
Jesus.
Boy, just make everybody look dumb before they
know.
know.
Yeah, that face.
People, that is Tremors.
Yeah.
Tremors is... I remember seeing Tremors for the first time. I went to the theater to see Tremors because, well, it had Kevin Bacon in there, and I thought it was going to be a stupid-ass movie. I remember thinking, okay, this is going to be goofy. At least it'll be a good laugh, because my friend was a projectionist at the time, and he said, man, come check this movie out.
Yeah.
And I went in there, and I was like, damn, this is actually a God honest to good movie.
Yeah, a good creature feature.
Yeah. Now, I can't say that this premise here is completely original. Where giant worms are underground and hunting and eating people based on vibrations, because that's where touch comes in. In Tremors, these were giant worms where they felt the vibrations of people and pretty much tracked them down and sucked them under the ground and ate them.
Swallowed them, vored them.
Swallowed them whole. There was a movie that did this beforehand.
Oh, really?
It's sort of a cult film. I forgot when this movie was made. It was made in. It was definitely made in. Oh, you know what?
It must have been before 1990 when this movie came out.
Oh no! It was definitely made before Tremors. I would like to say it was made like in the early 80s, man.
Okay.
This was made in 1981. It's a movie called Blood Beach. Similar premise.
All right.
Kind of sad the way things have changed, huh, Mr.
She like, yeah. She's like, I would help, but that meth just kicked in.
Yeah.
So,
It's like, well, that happened, I guess.
Yeah,
See you later.
You know, if I wasn't drinking right now, I'd actually get up and help you. But I'm fucked up right now.
That kills me. I love that. What a great
Yeah,
expression.
you're on your own on that one.
Yeah, I can't help you right now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's kicking in.
Yeah, mama a little fucked up right now.
I'll come get you later.
Yeah. That's a movie called Blood Beach. It was kind of the same premise that they had right there. So can't say it's the same. But what I can tell you is that while this is not the first, this did take, like Blood Beach, which is a completely B movie.
Yeah, looks like it.
This took a completely B premise right here. It made an actual good thriller, monster creature feature, action movie.
Comedy.
You know, comedy, yeah. And it was all thanks to the filmmakers having a great sense of humor about it, clever writing, and all that done with actual thrills. And man, Kevin Bacon's having the time of his life here.
No,
man.
he sells the whole thing because usually there's a lot of unrecognizable actors or character actors, but you know he was a leading man at the time. You know, he was a heartthrob, and you have him. He's the big survivor, the hero of this creature feature, and he's the one that's pulling off all these big stunts. It's like, yeah, that's what sells the movie, and just a lot of good practical effects. You like the puppetry for them are really really fun, like how they do all the camera tricks and stuff, and you know the classic, the floorboards just being destroyed. So many floorboards.
Yeah,
I love it. No, it's one I highly recommend guys
that's
checking
right.
out.
Reba McEntire was in this.
Yeah, she played Michael Gross's wife. in the film.
Yeah. All right, you're gonna like this one. Let's move on. We're talking about a movie that took a B movie premise and made a really good film. You know, they rose above the material. Let's talk about just a regular, good old fashioned B movie.
All right.
Let's go straight B movie style right here.
Movies.
Let's talk about, in this category of touch, let's talk about the OG horror movie that is based on touch. I don't know if you've seen this. Knowing you probably have, but this is the one right here. This is the one that we could say started it all. Damn, he's screaming louder than I. Shit, somebody told him he's the father.
Wow. We didn't plan this.
No. Shit, they just got the pregnancy test back. They're both screaming.
He was like, oh shit, no, these are coming up on me. I'm sorry.
Shit, he looked like me the first time I smoked weed. Fuck with him.
It looks like he thought the credits were real. They were in front of him. It's like, oh shit, what's this text coming from?
Where are these words coming from?
Are they real?
I like it. He looking at this skeleton over here.
You seeing this shit? Use it.
He's like, where the fuck you come from?
I've never seen this.
Yeah, people, you haven't seen this. It's
No.
the Tingler.
Never seen it.
The Tingler. The thing with the Tingler is that this definitely belongs in the category of touch for a good couple of reasons. So, one, this is based on a creature here. This is then. I'm gonna show you a little bit more of this right here because this is one of these gimmick movies from back in the day. I don't know when this was made. I'm sure it was made like in the late 50s, early 60s, but this is when they were doing gimmicks to get people into the theaters.
Yeah.
So what this is that this is a creature, the Tingler. The Tingler is a creature that induces fear by getting onto your spine.
All right.
And making you see things and making you go crazy. And sometimes you'll be so scared you'll just die.
Oh shit.
So
do you actually see these things?
Oh yeah, man. First of all, you were just scared before you saw the Tingler because the Tingler, it's a creature that is so horrifying that it scared the shit out of the horror master himself.
Oh, wow.
Boy, that's when you're on that good shit.
Jesus, Vincent Price, are you okay?
Vincent Price, boy, he smoked a little bit too much.
Oh yeah, I don't know if he smoked it. He injected it, inhaled it, did everything.
You know, here's the thing. If you don't want to scream, don't bite your hand so hard.
Ow.
That shit hurt!
He didn't know any better. I'll try it. Maybe I'll try it again. Yeah. Oh, he's crying like that guy. Let me know what the guy was inspired by. Wow.
Yeah, it scared the shit out of him. I think it even made his ass faint. Watch this shit.
Acting! All right, I'm done. Pay me. Let's move on.
Here's the real horrifying thing, man. So
Okay.
I told you that the Tingler, it attaches itself to people's spine and induces terror.
Okay.
It induces fear, which it feeds off of.
All right, it's like a parasitic organism. All right.
Yeah, exactly. And it does this. You're asking how it gets on people's spines. It does so in a truly horrifying way right here, with rubber and a long piece of invisible fishing wire. I like that we try to make that shit dance when it comes up.
Oh, the Tingler! Wow. It's like a shrimp.
Groundbreaking animatronics back in the day.
Hey, man, that's what they had. That's what they had to work with.
That shit came out dancing.
Yeah, this is jiggling. Gyrating. So did it go inside the body, or where would it go?
I think it crawled up somebody's ass or something. I don't know.
I guess it would go inside you. That's kind of horrifying. That's body horror.
Yeah, I think the way it came out like a crackhead. Look at it.
Yeah. Where's that spine, man?
Hey, baby, you got any fear juice on that spine? Hey, baby, let me borrow $5.
You know, it looks like an earwig. That's
Yeah.
what it kind of looks like. Those things can get inside your ear. That's
what it is.
Oh, it's a giant
Exactly.
earwig.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, cool concept.
Yeah, boy,
not great execution. Not great execution.
You could see the wire.
Yeah,
over there, man.
oh, yeah. It's hard. It's not hard.
So
to
yeah, the whole thing about it was that again, it would touch you, it'd cling onto your spine,
Yeah.
and that's the way it induced fear and fed off of your fear.
Yeah.
Now, the other cool thing about this, and the reason why this really fits into the category of touch, is because of what they pulled with this movie. So, you know the name William Castle, right?
No.
William Castle made a lot of schlock B horror movies back in the day, and he also introduced these things that would try to enhance the movie-going experience,
Like 4D.
like smell-o-vision and things like that.
Yeah.
So here's William Castle to tell you about himself and about the Tingler.
You will feel some of the physical reactions, the shocking sensations experienced by the actors on the screen.
So what they did with this
Yeah.
is that they rigged the seats with buzzers,
Oh, okay.
so that when the Tingler was attacking people, the hope was that people would lose their shit.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers just screaming because she's screaming.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What the hell's happening?
Say, why you screaming? Shit, I'm screaming. That bitch screaming. Ain't nothing. They half these people don't even know what's happening.
Yeah. And,
They just looking under the seats. Oh shit! What?
plus,
What is it?
you can infer a lot when she's like looking down and like, oh,
Yeah,
the whole time it's like,
Yeah, so they were like,
where was it buzzing down there with her?
so the theater was actually touching people
Gotcha.
while this was going on.
Gotcha. Of course.
Thought they just have a midget and they just grabbing ass.
They're like, ah, come here.
I'm the Tingler.
Well, that's one of the senses, fingering, as we talked about. Yeah.
Just go there playing with people's asses.
Yeah, that's like those 4D rides you see at Universal Studios nowadays, where they blow on you or something like that.
Yeah.
Something tickling your leg. This was the progenitor. This is the original one.
And I was at the Alamo Draft House when they showed the Tingler. I went over there.
Oh, yeah?
And what they did was they couldn't, of course, they couldn't electrocute people.
Of course.
And shit, so what they did was they just went through and just threw rubber fucking lobsters at people.
That's the way to do it. I love that.
Yeah.
Much better. Really
Yeah.
immerses you in the film itself.
Yeah.
I had to start somewhere, man.
Let's get to our second category.
Okay. Oh, okay. New sense. I like it.
A new sense, which is sound. And we talk about a movie where creatures get you, or they get by on sound, people are probably thinking about this movie right here. This is probably the first, because this is one of the first things that came up to mind for me. One of the first things I threw out to you. We're talking about horror movies based on the five senses.
Hello.
Can you please be quiet?
The Dissent.
That's right.
And The Dissent is a movie where a lot of people have seen this by now. I saw this in the theater actually, and I actually enjoyed it. It's a movie where you have a group of girls, a group of women. They go
Spelunkers.
They go spelunking. Something, again, white people shouldn't be doing.
I know. Let's go into these small crevasses inside caves that are hundreds of feet below. That sounds safe.
Exactly.
The thrill.
Unless you fucking looking for gold or something. What are you, a goddamn 1840s miner? What the fuck you?
I'm sorry.
How come y'all can't go to brunch like other chicks? No, let's go digging for bullshit in a cave. And the wit that just happens to have, because it's what happens when a bunch of people going fucking with things they shouldn't go, they end up waking up monsters.
Of course.
And that's what happens here. Except these creatures, of course, since they're in the dark, they get by, they hunt on sound.
Yeah, because they're blind.
Because they're blind.
A subterranean bat species or something.
And that's the thing. A lot of people think that because some people, no, I won't say a lot, but I have heard some people say that, when they think about creatures that are blind, for some reason they want to put it in the category of sight, even though they don't have sight.
Yeah, it's sound. They hunt with their ears.
Exactly.
Yeah,
this would be lack of sight, and of course the emphasis is very much on them using their sound to tear your ass apart.
Sam, tell us what we're fighting.
I'd say they use sound to hunt with, like a bat. And they've evolved perfectly to live down here in the dark.
Be funny, he just playing dead. Ooh, I'm gonna get you bitches.
I'm gonna get these bitches.
Smorgasbord.
Smorgasbord.
Yeah, you keep touching my fucking head. Yeah. All y'all gonna fucking die. He's down there right there.
I'm just waiting, just biding my time.
Yeah. They use sound not just for the creatures
It's
themselves,
true.
but they use sounds to actually make these women go more paranoid. Because
Yeah,
it's not
they
just
hear
about
shit.
the creatures, it's about also the infighting that happens.
Yeah.
Sound is used, sound editing in this movie is
Oh yeah,
used very
the
well.
sound editing and sound mixing is stupendous.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. Let's go to number 2 right here. So, and this is in the category of sound.
Hearing.
Our second category right here. And this category also shows that humans can be just as scary as the creatures in some of these other movies.
Yeah.
In this movie, this is a case of being handicapable gone terribly wrong.
Yo, I got our ticket out of here. Rumor is this guy is sitting on at least $300K.
Yeah.
You rang, you called.
I've been waiting on y'all. Turns out I got super hearing too. I heard y'all talking shit about me out there in that car.
It's psychotic Daredevil. That's what he is.
Yeah. Yeah, people, the movie is Don't Breathe. It's a movie where I know the handicap will root his ass on.
I mean, for most of the
For
movie,
the blind dude, represent. Get those motherfuckers.
for a good portion of the film, you do kind of root for him until you don't. Until you don't.
Oh yeah, until the movie. That's one of the bad things about the movie is that they weren't confident enough to let this be kind of morally dubious.
Yeah, that's what it should have been. That's what made it interesting.
It just could have been like, okay, is this blind dude go? Because what this is, the premise is that you got
Great
three
premise.
assholes, 3 young people,
Burglars.
They see a blind man. They scope his ass out. Now, how bad is that? They see this man walking down the street, pretty much blind, crippled, and what they didn't count for was very crazy.
Yeah, he's a badass.
He's a badass. Motherfucker's a war vet and shit. Like you said, he's a psychotic daredevil. And he ends up, if the saying was ever more true where you're trapped in here with me, it's here.
Yes, it's very apt.
He
with this
traps him
movie.
in this big spooky house that he's in.
Which he knows every nook and cranny of, and you would that makes sense for a blind person. They would know every nook and cranny of their house. Everything is, all the traps they laid out. It's like, I get that.
Yep.
That the movie, for the most part, sells that concept well.
Yeah. And again, you would think talking about a blind man, you want to automatically categorize it under sight, but again, he has no sight.
He relies on sound.
He relies
That's his
on
hearing.
sound. And just like the Dissent, the sound editing in this movie. Listen, I know people are kind of split on this. I love this movie except for the last 15 minutes.
I'd say the half hour when they introduce something like this comes out of nowhere, and it kind of just makes the whole premise fall apart. Yeah, it turns him to like, okay, so what can he not do? That's what it is.
Yeah,
you can go with the I can go with the conceit that he knows everything about this house, but they introduce something where it's like, well, how the fuck did he do that? Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
He really starts to become superhuman.
But I agree with you on a technical level. This film is very well made.
No, this movie. It scared the shit out of me because they have so many. Because it's not really a horror movie as much as a thriller.
Yeah.
But the sound editing on this was so good that they used sound mostly as jump scares and did it legitimately because that's the way it should be in a movie where you're being tracked down by a blind man who uses sound to try to kill you.
Stay right there. Don't move.
Yeah, bitch. That's your ass now.
Yeah, that's right. What are you gonna do now, huh?
Ooh, I'm gonna kill the fuck out of you.
You can see he's just like those hands.
Oh shit, that's music to my ears, boy. I'm gonna kill the fuck out of you. You just gave me permission.
That's the dinner bell for him.
Number 3 in the horror category. The sound horror category. I have not seen this one right here.
Okay.
But the premise alone is very frightening. What if a woman was all alone in the woods, being stalked by a creepy masked killer? Oh, and she also can't hear shit. My first response would be stay the fuck out the woods.
Yeah, yes.
Get a dog or something, but don't go to the woods by yourself. Oh, fuck.
But I'm over here.
Yeah.
And that came from over there. What the hell?
Either spam mail really freaks her the fuck out, or somebody's trying to kill her. You know, the way I like it is like she can't hear, but she damn sure can read.
She's like, she can see. She's got those peepers.
Yeah, she can see. She can read. She's like, well, shit.
Oh, wow.
Apparently she can run too.
Yeah, no, she got that. She has legs, thank God.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna say that I'm gonna let you talk about this.
Yeah, it's an excellent film.
Yeah, because I have not seen this, but I will say this much. I will say that this does have a twist to where it does add to the theme of what we're talking about today, which is don't fuck with the handicap.
Don't underestimate them.
Yeah,
because you will fuck up. You'll be overconfident, and they'll get you good, and that's what this movie's about.
Apparently, all these motherfuckers are daredevil.
This exactly
some kind of way or another.
Yeah, whatever sense. This is Hush, which is directed by Mike Flanagan, who has gone on to do things like Dr. Sleep, where you follow a woman who is deaf living in the woods, and she's being preyed upon a psychotic John Gallagher. And where he underestimates her. He's like, oh, well, I'm a serial killer. I've been hunting people all night. Because he's like, I have my bag of heads right here. One last house. Oh, this girl's deaf? This is easy pickings.
One last head.
And
that deaf bitch, that shouldn't be too hard.
And what's so satisfying about the movie is he's just playing with his food. That's what it is. And just messing with her until he fucks up a few times, and he starts to start at a disadvantage. It's a really great little thriller.
So, we've been talking about how some of these are not exactly horror movies, they're thrillers. This definitely falls in that category. It is not so much a horror movie, but it is definitely something that is big on thrills, definitely something that is big on suspense, and it must be included in this list of sound thrillers or horror movies, just based on the way they use a lack of sight to create genuine fear.
You went right down the list.
Apparently that's a blind person playing the piano right there too.
I'm trying though.
Told me that the doll linked Sam and Mrs. Root.
People, this is Audrey Hepburn in the 1967 classic Wait Until Dark. Have you seen this?
Yeah, Alan Arkin's a creepy motherfucker.
Alan Arkin, it's funny because we're talking about Alan Arkin. You've seen Alan Arkin.
Grandpa Alan Arkin?
Yeah, Grandpa Alan Arkin, man.
Yeah.
He was in
Little Miss Sunshine.
Little Miss Sunshine. He was the grandpa that was on crack.
Yeah. Yes, literally.
Yeah, or heroin. He was doing a lot of drugs.
He was,
Yeah, and this, man, is funny because that same guy, Here he's a killer hipster. You know?
Yeah, with those sunglasses, you can tell.
Yeah, there he is.
That ball haircut.
That goddamn Beatles haircut.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, this movie, this was made in 1967, and even then, because we talk about how, you know, people are tweaking sound more and more because of the technology we have today. This movie's from 1967. It did an amazing job.
Oh, yeah, even the trailer.
Playing with sound. And it's genuinely because these guys, they're not like serial killers.
They're burglars.
They're burglars, but they have killed people and they're very dangerous.
Yes.
But when they play with this environment here, first of all, with her being blind, these guys are definitely dangerous.
Yeah.
And just the cinematography where they play with shadows and create this creepy atmosphere is not really a horror movie, but it definitely is very much fear-inducing. Let's go to our number 3 category of senses here. Let's go to sight.
Oh, okay.
See you, Chris Herman.
Okay.
But some of these things, these creatures and people, they don't see everything here.
All right.
This is the one now. Let's go ahead and start out with the number 1 category right here.
Numero uno.
Let's start out with the movie. This is significant not because because of how they use sight and the clever use of blindness here or darkness or whatever. I think this is also the movie where Vin Diesel and the tank top fell in love.
That's right.
You know?
This was the original.
This was the original. Well, you keep playing that goddamn guitar, they're gonna find you easy.
Wow, I've never seen this trailer.
Yeah.
That is an odd song choice for this movie. Doing banjos.
Yeah.
You're just like, shut up! Shut the fuck up!
That's why we're killing you, because you won't shut that fucking guitar up.
Wow.
This is Pitch Black.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Before Vin Diesel nerded out with the Chronicles of Riddick.
Yes.
Yeah, this was actually a very clever a low budget science fiction
super low
film
budget.
back in the day.
2000.
And don't let that trailer rock fool you right there.
Wow, yeah, I could see why that trailer would discourage you from seeing this movie, because you should see this movie, Chet.
Don't let that trailer park guitar fool you right there. This is
Damn.
This is actually a very, very. It has a big cult following. I think it's a very good science fiction film.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it reminded me of Alien in a way.
Very inspired by Alien.
Oh, yeah, because you have these characters that are not always typical of science fiction films. You know, you have like Keith David, who played the Muslim, trying to
with
go
his
to
three sons.
With his 3 sons. They're also hauling a badass prisoner.
Yeah, a group of bounty hunters. There's a professor.
There's a professor.
All these different people from walks of life who are now forced to survive in this situation they should not be in.
Yeah.
On a world they're unfamiliar with.
Yeah, man. No, it was actually really cool. There was a lot of stuff going on where it seemed like really cool science fiction. These, not these kind of atypical types for a movie of this type.
Yeah.
And I like the characters a lot here, you know, but it really does rely on sound a lot. On sight. And
Vin Diesel's the one who saves them, because they need his eyes, those peepers.
Well, that's the thing why I'm putting it here, because you're probably thinking like, well, how come if the creatures are hunting by sound, how come you're not putting them to the sound? Because, well, it's not that they are blind, it's just they just don't like the sunlight. They got very sensitive eyes.
Yeah.
So the premise here is that you have this planet where they land, and the only thing that's really on their side is that they have sunlight for a little while to keep these creatures at bay because they're underground. But when you know it, they happen to crash land here for repairs right when there's a solar eclipse. So with the sun about to be blocked out, these creatures are free to do whatever the hell they want to do, which is pretty much eat these people alive.
Oh, yeah, they're hungry. And
the other cool thing that deals with sight here is that, as we said, Vin Diesel, he's got he's got night vision eyeballs.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. Which he got in prison somehow.
Somehow he got these in prison.
I'll allow it.
That's a very relaxed prison right there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he got this from the commissary or something.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Waste of guy's surgery in prison. That's a good program.
It's the way they do tattoos in prison.
Damn.
Shit, he got prison eyeballs. But he can see at night. And what's cool is that him and the creatures, they say it's like it's 2 monsters go, because you got this very dangerous guy and you got these very dangerous creatures, and they both have this thing in common where, and the movie shows it, where they have a very unique way of seeing the world.
Yeah.
Creature like, God damn.
Get away from my family.
Let's go ahead and get to number 2 in the category. Say what you will about this movie right here, because some people are split on this.
Okay.
Not all critics like this, and some people really enjoyed this. But this has one of the most original takes on sensory horror.
All right.
Where the humans are forced, because usually the creatures that are crippled, or there might be a victim or something that's being hunted, and they can't do a certain thing. They can't hear, they can't see. This is one where the victims were forced to cripple themselves. Which was really really cool. They were forced to cripple themselves to avoid the creatures here, which don't really even attack.
People describe seeing an entity that takes on the form of your worst fears.
Why you laughing?
Well, no.
Why you laughing?
He's very excited.
You think he sound like a brother just got out of jail?
No. I'm just saying he's very excited about the apocalypse.
There's manapot stations that reflect your very own infinities.
He just sounds like that nerd. It's like, I've trained for this. I just love that.
It make you impersonalize all your fears. You hear what I'm saying?
It's coming from inside. It's not what's out there. It's what's in here. All right.
I actually like this movie a lot. I read this book, and this book is actually very close to the film.
The book is better.
Yeah, Bird Box.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what? I would say maybe it's the way they film it, but the book the film stayed very close to what the book was like.
Right.
Yeah, I mean they hit a lot of the same beats here, man. But I think that, listen, like I said, regardless of what you think, this Netflix film starring Sandra Bullock, this is cool because the other clever thing with this movie is that you can't see the creatures, and that almost works on your senses, where we can't see them. It works on our lack of sight, because now we start to, as my brother said here, internalize the horror and have the manifestations in our mind, and then it's our imaginations run wild.
Yeah, what you don't see is more terrifying. What's implied.
Yeah.
No, it works. It works with that. I enjoyed this movie. I had a few issues with it. I thought it was at times unintentionally funny, but no, I like the whole concept. Like, no, we have to cripple ourselves because we see these things. We want to kill ourselves.
Yeah.
To me, it almost felt like a better version of something like The Happening. 4
and 5, we got a couple of categories right here.
Okay.
Smell and taste.
Ooh, interesting.
Very tricky category.
It is. Yeah.
As far as taste go, you can say, well, any movie where a creature's eating somebody, that's taste right there. How did that count? And smell, you're like, what are you gonna have a killer fart or something? Not a bad idea actually.
Yeah,
but hey, I challenge somebody.
Someone will do it.
Somebody will do that and make that shit seriously.
Oh no! It's spreading.
Shit, my wife would tell you I had some killer farts. I did manage to find two that very much focus on those two sensory categories.
Okay,
there.
interesting.
Sensory horror in those two categories of smell and taste. It was not easy, but I got it. Actually, one of them wasn't that hard. I only have one for taste, but this one really does fit the category. This is a horror movie based on flavor.
Okay, interesting.
Right? Yeah. It's about a vegetarian girl who eats meat one day and decides, damn, chicken, beef, fish tastes good. You know what? You looking good right now, too.
No. I'm on the menu.
You looking mighty tasty right now.
Yeah, I know. Jesus.
Somebody get me some human flesh now.
I need it. I'm feeling a little faint right now. I'm a little peckish. Jesus.
Raw. Say the name says it all right there.
Yeah, clearly. Yeah, that raw meat.
You didn't hear any dialogue because this is the American trailer for a French film. As I said, it's about a girl who's kind of an outcast. I think she goes to some initiation one day where she's a vegetarian, but they make her eat meat. She eats meat to fit in.
Amazing.
And like I said, and she just goes wild after that.
Never seen this movie before, but I've always heard about it. Yeah, very interesting. Yeah, I guess that. Yeah, but she's like a female version of Hannibal Lecter.
Hell yeah,
enjoying herself.
Hell yeah. This is a horror movie based on taste.
Yeah. She gets a flavor for that meat. She wants it.
Specifically, the human flesh. I have not seen this, but I heard it's really good. And I want to see this really bad.
Yeah, I want to check it out too. Yeah.
Yeah.
They say it's erotic. They make anything erotic.
Of course. Man, you know, sucking on. Yeah, make anything erotic. Sucking on a man's wrist right here. Biting into a man's wrist.
And he seems okay.
And he's like, oh, yeah, harder.
Oh, that's great.
Harder, bitch, harder.
No.
Yeah.
A little too much up there.
No, the wrist. I'm about to nut.
Well, look, she's doing that to herself.
Oh,
She's
shit.
eating herself. She's like, you know what? I taste good.
God damn, she got it bad when you run out of everybody else to eat.
I'll eat me.
Yeah, I just eat myself.
God damn.
It's not the time to make her go down.
No, oh, God. I bet there's a scene like that in the movie. You know it.
Yeah,
God
man.
damn.
Yeah, this is not going to go well.
No.
Now for smell, our fifth category. This one was a little hard.
Okay.
And I had to look, and I knew, I said, while I'm looking, I'm not going to find anything that I have seen.
Sure.
I just have a feeling for that. But I did find something. Again, going back to something that is actually more kind of a thriller, and in this case, even more kind of an art film. Of course, a thriller or close to a horror movie would be an art film about smell.
Right. Yeah, it's hard kind of sense to make a movie around.
But this right here is what I came up with.
His phenomenal sense of smell was a gift that had been given to him, and him alone of scent, so that never again would he lose such sublime beauty.
So you can't tell here, but this is called Perfume, The Making of a Murderer.
Oh.
It's Ben Shaw. That was Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah, it is Dustin Hoffman, yeah.
So I've never seen this movie. I didn't even know this movie existed. You might know the director, Tim Twyker, I believe. I think he did Run Lola Run.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah, so I believe that's the guy. I might be wrong. That name just sounded familiar to me.
Okay.
But this stars Ben Shaw as a guy, Jean-Baptiste Grenouille, and he plays this. He plays France's finest perfumer, but he's looking for the perfect scent, and that scent that he's trying to capture, the perfect scent is womanhood. Now you think he sounded perverted, like, oh, you talking about the vagina. No, he's talking about all things woman. And to get the perfect scent, he has to kill a few women to get it.
Does he pickle them and stuff?
Yeah, I haven't seen it. So all I know is like...
I'm guessing that's the case.
I don't know what's going on, man.
But you got to preserve it. Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay, you were right.
All right.
My man is going out there. He's pretty much like a Jack the Ripper of scents.
Yeah.
A Jack the Ripper perfume.
That's a very original concept. I've never heard of this movie.
But this shit goes crazy. He
I
creates perfume that drives people wild to where they turn into almost like, near the end of the movie, they almost turn to sex crazy zombies.
I was gonna say, are they all horny?
Yeah, they turn to sex crazy zombies at the end.
All right.
And it gets crazy.
Interesting. All right, that's a cool concept. Wow, it goes from a guy who likes to smell women to pickling them, and then creates perfume zombies.
And then makes zombie orgies.
Damn.
Because people just love the smell so much.
That is an original film, an original idea.
The movies had to have been proven, or there's something that it sounds so interesting that it piqued my interest, and I do want to see it.
Sounds very original. So
that is Perfume. The Making of a Murderer, or The Story of a Murderer. Sorry, Perfume, The Story of a Murderer. What about the stuff? The stuff's, I want to say that's, I don't know.
Taste? I guess it
Taste.
We could have done the stuff.
The stuff, that probably is a good one. The stuff. Yeah, we did the stuff for a viewing party one time.
That's right. Very fun.
Know what? I guess so. You know what? If you're going to talk about taste.
Yeah, I guess things from horror movies that we eat that could, hurt us or transform us.
That deals with food, so.
The stuff, the taste that makes you hungry for more. The stuff, taste that delivers.
Great marketing. I love
it. It is. No, this movie's great.
Wasn't that just something they just found on the ground? And they're like, this is fun.
He found it. One dude, he found something on the ground. And his first idea was to stick a finger in there and be like, And then he called another guy who was like, hey, taste this shit that just came out the ground that we don't know what it is. You know what? We should market this and sell it.
Prometheus before Prometheus. That's what they were doing.
Yeah.
Seems safe.
Here, Jason. Take some.
No.
Get
Don't
smart.
eat that.
There's something
just
alive in
shut
yodel.
that out.
It's called benign bacteria.
Damn. Yeah, it's a fun movie.
Face up. No, this is it's a terrible movie, but it's a fun movie.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's actually a lot. Well, I don't even say terrible.
It's a cult
man.
film. No, it's a cult film.
cult film. I love this movie. I love the stuff.
Yeah, it's funny.
People, let me throw this in. I'm gonna hit you with something else. So we got 12 movies.
Ooh.
So this one is definitely a horror movie that should be in the category of touch.
All right.
Jenny, darling, is that you? Mama.
Anytime your kid's looking at you like that, I don't give a fuck how much you love them. Tell them to go away.
Mommy.
Go in the house, get a gun, and shoot that bitch in the head. Don't know no more child looking at that parent like, mommy.
Yeah.
Oh, white and shit.
Yeah,
mommy.
Yeah.
Now you don't see this. I don't know if they'll show it, but the reason why this is touch because these kids go through some radiation cloud, and apparently it doesn't affect the adults, but the children, these kids here, the children, when they touch people, they burn them alive.
Oh shit! Oh wow!
Yeah,
oh my
it's
god!
crazy
Yeah, that's
shit.
definitely touch. Yeah, hell yeah!
This is from Luke Kidwell.
Hello, Luke.
Luke Kidwell says, I really loved your segment about horror and thriller movies based around the 5 senses.
Yeah, it's fun.
Even though it's probably, well, he says, and I'm putting it saying like he says it here.
See how he says
Even though it'd probably be seen as more of an action thriller, I was wondering if They Live would go into the category.
I'm wearing this too.
You are wearing the shirt.
I'm wearing the shirt. Yeah, you literally put on a pair of sunglasses and you see someone who they actually are. That would have fit in right there.
You think They Live?
I think so.
Controller! You're sending some kind of signals on a TV set.
Man, that
would have worked.
That would have worked, man.
Yeah. Classic.
Yeah, you have to put on glasses to see the signs. Luke, very good, man. Luke Kidwell.
Yeah.
Thank him.
You did my job, Luke. Thank you.
Those glasses wouldn't worked on him.
No.
Shit is right in front of him.
I know. I'm wearing it.
You know what? Maybe you need glasses to see the...
I think I do.
see the error of your ways.
Yeah. But no, it's a great film. Check it out.
It is a great film. It's a lot of fun.